baby. Good motherfucking day, my Casa lovers. It's your girls,
Farrah
and Alyssa.
And today on Casa-Talk we have margarita. Is it good?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It is good.
It is good. She made a spicy one because she's feeling a little spicy.
It's been a little spicy today.
We're gonna be talking about some wrong turns we took in life, but you know, they helped us learn some pretty important lessons, and we're just gonna share those lessons with y'all. So hopefully y'all don't make the same dumbass mistakes that we did.
Yeah, because some of these stories are for the unfortunate.
For the unfortunate. They're definitely a series of unfortunate events, I will say.
All right. Cheers to you guys.
All right. Woo. Get hot and heavy into it. Yeah. So I definitely think that one of my, I don't want to call it a toxic trait, but a red flag that I have is like, I'm a people pleaser and I can be a pushover a little bit. I'm also an asshole, but I'm like the nicest asshole you'll ever meet, like I swear to God. But I love to help people. Like, I just have a super big heart sometimes. And I moved this girl into my house, not once, not twice, but 3 times. She was my best friend for a few years. I definitely loved her, still do. And we always reconnect in the weirdest ways. But, you know, I kind of got myself into some shit trying to help her out. Because when I moved her into my house, not only did, like, all my clothes just, you know, disappear and all my shoes started to disappear, I also signed this bitch up for school, which I didn't know, like, was kind of illegal at that point in time. Like, I mean, she signed herself up for school, but I, like, picked her up from her house after she got into this wild-ass fucking fight with her stepdad. Her stepdad called the cops on us because, like, we were, like, 15, 16, 17 at the time. Like,
right.
Literally, like, she stayed with me for a few years, and it was definitely a series of unfortunate events, but I like bailed this bitch out of jail. She got arrested at school. Like, the cops came to school.
For what?
From when her stepdad like called the cops. Like, they got into a fight, like a physical fight, and she, I want to say, was like 16 or 17 at the time. So I picked her up. She moved in with me. She enrolled in school, and then like not even 2 days later, the cops showed up at the school, and like they're like run into the class, like, come here, and I'm like going to the bathroom. He's like, somebody just pulled, like the cops just pulled in the class. Like, yeah, I was like, what the fuck's going on? I have all this weed in my car.
But like,
bro.
at that, oh, you have to be, no, you could be 17 years old and be out of your house.
Yeah, but she like went to jail because she assaulted her stepdad.
Oh, so that
was really messy.
How does
he was
it
like
make
a 40-year-old.
Because
yeah,
they just believed him, or was just like, I'm just gonna take her to jail because usually you have to have
definitely
proof.
had some connections, and her whole family hates me. Like, hates me.
So was her stepdad a bad guy?
I mean, I personally don't like her stepdad, and I'd give him a quick 2-piece if I had the opportunity to.
True.
But I mean, I didn't live with him, so I wasn't in the situation. I just seen and heard what I saw and heard. So like, my impression of him is no, he's not a good man.
Right.
But she's also not the best girl either, and it really helped me learn that like, people aren't always who you think they are, you know. No matter how long you've been with them, time really doesn't mean shit, and they can say they have like your best interests at hand, but like, actions always speak louder than words. And I put a lot of my time and energy into this bitch, and it was never reciprocated. I got shit on. Like, I remember her leaving me one time because I told her I was going over to Josh's real quick. I was like, but I'm coming back, like, I'm staying here tonight. I was like, don't go anywhere. She takes my weed, bro, and leaves to go fuck, and like doesn't come back for like a whole week because she knew I was gonna be mad as fuck because she took my weed. Like, it was just like little instances like that where I got fucked over. No, because I ended up getting kicked out, and I moved in with Josh after the last time she left. But it was just like,
I can't believe your dad even let her live there in the first place, to be honest.
Well, we stayed at my grandma's for a little bit too, and then we stayed at my mom's when my mom had her apartment. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was with her for like 3 years, on and off, yeah. But
and then like, do y'all even talk now?
Not really. She's got 3 kids, and she's like married to.
Yeah.
Or 2
Honestly,
kids.
at first I didn't even know who you were talking about. Like, damn.
It was crazy. It's wild. I mean, she fucked me over a lot. I'll still always love her, but like she's the reason why I know like people aren't always who you think they are.
Right. Yeah, after 3 years.
Yeah. Like... And like I kept getting fucked over. Like I told you, you got 1,000,000 times to screw me over, but that 1,000,001, your price is way too high. Please, you need to cut it.
Especially stealing your stuff is crazy, because that's what'll get your ass whooped.
And I mean, like stealing it, trying to take it to Plato's Closet, just trying to get money to like be able to buy drugs type shit. Yeah.
Like there was clearly like Xanax used.
There was a whole bunch of shit.
Because how the hell are you that addicted to weed? Like,
I mean, it was that too. It was just like anything. Like when I totaled my car, her and I used to walk everywhere. Like we walked to school, we'd walk to Chick-fil-A, we'd walk to Josh's. Like,
Danny's house. You're talking to I didn't know you ever went.
The beginning of my senior year, that's where I met. And then like she showed me that bitch is really psycho out here. Like I knew I had problems and I knew I was crazy, but like driving off the side of a cliff because you thought somebody kissed somebody else because you liked that person when you obviously were trying to be the other person's friend, and she didn't even know. I didn't even know that him. I never knew that they fucked or that they were a thing until Josh told me.
Right.
Like trying to be my friend. She was the nicest person to meet ever. And that's why like when everything first happened and you were like, come over here, bring me food, I was like, nah, fuck that bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck if she comes over here, because the first time I'd ever met with.
Yeah, I knew real disgusting. It was not I even personally knew her.
Yeah, I didn't meet her until.
But my sister did not like her ever either. So, and if my sister, she picks people and she don't like them, she does not like them.
She got a good judge of character.
She does. So I was like, yeah, that bitch must definitely be on some raunchy shit.
But yeah, so you know, the bitches just be shitty out here. Moral of my story, but not all of them. You find some solid ones, but you can't trust everybody out here.
100%.
A lot of my situations though, I put myself into. Like I really don't do no wild shit. But what's a wrong turn that you took that definitely left you with some memories and some lessons? Another shot to that?
Yeah, because I don't even know, honestly, if I'm ready to tell this story, but here we go. We're here now. So one story that's like really memorable to me that like I made the worst decision of my life. And when I mean this, I mean like this could have took the worst turn ever. Like I could have went to jail for a long time. Not really, but there's no telling what could have happened on this trip because it was that bad. So I had 2 guy friends, and we were all like, they invited me on a trip with them, and they were like, a bunch of our friends are gonna come down there and like hang out with us and be there for the week. So I was like, cool, we're gonna go down there for a week. It's gonna be like all my homegirls are gonna meet me down there, you know, cool, whatever. We get down there and homeboy decides that he's gonna start drinking on the way to Florida, and I'm like, please don't, like, don't drink and drive. Like, why would you do that?
Always drink responsibly.
Like, why would you do that? Like, I'm in the backseat like this, like with my head over. Like, we're in Georgia at this time, so I'm like, there's no going back. Like, I'm here now in this car, like with this drunk driver, like praying for my life the whole time.
That's the first red flag. Like, this trip's gonna be a shit show.
Oh my gosh, dude. No, this was the first red flag. He goes over and he tries to grab his phone, right, to play the music, and he runs into a correctional officer's van full of fucking inmates, bro. Like, barely missed them, bro.
That's how
my jaw dropped, bitch. I was like,
I would have been like, excuse me.
I wanted to be like, pull over, but like, what the fuck am I gonna do in the middle of fucking that one road?
I just would have started getting drunk at that point, like.
Oh God, but I couldn't even get drunk because my nerves were so tore up. I was like, if I get drunk, things are just gonna get way worse from here. So, anyways, we finally get there. Cool, like, and the place was so nice though. I'm like, it was a super nice place, like the beach front outside, like it was super like
living lavish.
Yeah, it was great.
Yachts,
but then
Miami steak dinners.
It was great, and no, we did that whole day seemed like yachts, like steak dinners. We went and put the boat in, you know, because he finally sobered up a little bit. Put the boat in, we're doing our thing. The next day we wake up and like, damn, it sucks that nobody's coming. And I was like, what? I said, what do you mean nobody's coming? I was like, I thought this was like a whole like 10 party trip, and I'm here with you two guys.
Ugh.
And they weren't like weirdos, but like one of the guys I had.
But you're supposed to be with like 10 bitches and like 7 other guys.
Right, and I'm with these 2 guys, and I'm just like, oh
Damn.
my god. And then like didn't know that I had ever like hung out with before, so like trying to flirt with me. And, what's going on here? And I'm like, I don't even think you want to know our past. And then I didn't even know that he was going. I remember I walked downstairs and he was in the truck, and I was like, oh, okay, because you were still at the club.
But then I pulled up when y'all were leaving because I was like,
yeah.
no after, and Josh was like, no, everybody pull up. And that was the first after, and you were so mad.
I know,
I was so mad too, but then I just got drunk as fuck.
I was more mad that we were throwing a party and I wasn't here. I was like, what the fuck? The one party that gets thrown, I'm on the way to Florida with these 2 hoodlums. It's a good one.
It's a good one?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good
one. So the next day, one of my friends, he does invite one girl. I don't even know the girl. She's from another part of Florida. He invited her down there. And like that girl that came and stayed with us, that blue girl,
yeah.
She ended up being such a cool girl. Like we had so much fun with her. But we all went out on the boat one morning, and like we were all still hungover from the next night. And so my friend, obviously he has a attention span of a fucking ant. Bro was driving us on the boat, and we're all.
The ant is crazy. What the fuck? I've never heard that.
His attention span is so bad, y'all. I don't even think y'all understand it. So we're driving the boat that early in the morning, right? And all I hear is like rocks like crumbling up underneath the boat, and I'm like, what the fuck's happening? Bro wrecked us. Bro wrecked us, and we went right up on the rocks, and the boat was like stuck up on the rocks like this. So I'm like lean back.
And how does it lean back? What the fuck? What the fuck? Y'all just wrecked in a boat. Lean back is crazy.
The boat was lean back, so I had no choice. I was like, oh shit. So then I look over and I'm like, see people with their mouths jaws like dropped, and I'm like, ain't no way they just seen this. Y'all, it was a whole like cruise of like people on this fat ass boat that were like watching us wreck.
So what did y'all do?
I mean, he literally all we had to do was get off the boat, and he just pushed it back, and like the boat didn't mess up or anything. It was fine. And like we continued on with our day because we went to go get breakfast. That's when we went to leave for, to go get breakfast. And I literally was just like, can I drive the boat? Like,
let me drive the boat. I can't believe y'all fucking wrecked and those people saw it. That shit's fucking insane.
Yeah, it was absolutely insane. And then, you know, we did good. We went and got our breakfast. Like, and that day was such a good day. We even like pulled over like to the like this dock, and I ran over to the liquor store and bought like a few bottles of liquor. I was like, you can access anything where we were at in Florida though. So it was like super convenient to be on the boat. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we went to the liquor store that day. Day 3's down. The only thing that really happened bad on that day was us like wrecking, which is pretty bad. But so then the next day, we had another good boat day. Everything was good. Well, then we go to the strip club, and I was underage, so like pay for me to get in. So he did. He was handing him like $100, and I got in. Well, then me and after he paid for me to get in, right? So everything's good. I'm like, this is great. I was like, day 4, we got one more day. Like, shit is fire. And on the way down. So okay. About to be there when we get home from the club, pretty much.
So y'all, you're getting lit at this point. Your turn.
I'm like, man, like, let me get. Don't get me wrong. I had got fucked up the other day.
But you're getting active now. Like, you're feeling more comfortable.
I was like, I just got in the club. Rushed me to get in. We have a good ass night that night. Vibe out. We all go to like to the house. We cook dinner after that. We got home from the club. Like, you know, it's 4 in the morning. We're cooking dinner, having a great time. Well, me and play fighting, and I don't know like what I was really like play fighting for, but he was like, I think I was bullying him for wrecking in the boat, right? And he went to go like fake punch me, and he punched me straight in my dome, and my nose started pouring blood. And like I couldn't be mad at him because he didn't mean to hit me. I like leaned into his punch. Like he went to go like fake hit me, and I leaned into it. Yeah. I look over at and drop. He was like, and I'm like, my eyes start watering because like he domed my shit. Like he really knocked me. But like when he went to go like turn his hand like this to swerve me, I leaned like that way. So like it was not his fault at all. But we wake up the next day and we do the boat. We have a good time again, and then we're like, let's go to the club one more time tonight. You know, why not? So we go to the club and like super fucking drunk, and I'm like, don't even come in right now. Like, don't even come into the club. Like, we don't even need you in here. Like, no offense, go sit in the car and sober up, which is a stupid idea for me. Why would anyone leave drunk? I don't know. Well, 5 minutes later, like, where's Brad? I'm like, I don't know, don't worry about it, he'll be here. So like an hour goes by and I was like, all right, go check on Brad. Brad's out there, but I don't see
gone.
So I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, where is at? And I went to jail. And you know, the only reason we found out is because we went to the guy that works at the front desk and we were like, hey, where's our friend at? Like,
so his truck was there, but he wasn't there.
Yeah, because he tried to walk into a strip club with a gun.
Oh, yeah, that's a no.
And got taken to jail. And like,
just because he had the gun on him, or he was acting belligerent?
He
probably
was fucked up. So he probably got, and then they searched his truck too. So like, I mean, I don't think he had anything crazy in there, but you know, we have liquor bottles that were like half finished and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then so I'm
at
like,
least you know he ain't no snitch.
He ain't no snitch. That's true. But the only thing in my head was like, how the fuck am I getting home? I was gonna get a plane ticket, a flight from Florida.
I remember you calling me like,
I was like, bitch, I'm about to get a plane home. But then that girl, she came with us, and she was like, girl, just ride with me. And I was like, we're not gonna fit in your car. So yeah, pretty much, we all scrambled in the car like a pack of sardines.
Okay.
And I literally was in the car, and this is
at least you made it back home.
This is where the story comes to the end, though. Exactly. I sat in the car, and I was so uncomfortable, but I just did this, and I fell asleep. Back at me and goes, "You just look so peaceful right now." I said, "I know, because I'm just glad to be going home." And Josh kept texting me and was like, "Damn, bitch, are you ever coming home?" I was like, "It's only been 5 days. We don't know," because I think we stayed an extra day because of jail.
Yeah,
that's what had happened.
And what'd you learn from it? But to make it
never go on a trip unless you've known somebody more than a few years, and
more than a few years, because people aren't always what they seem to be.
And also make sure, this is the biggest thing. Ready? Make sure you know who's coming on the trip before you go.
And make sure they're gonna.
Because you might fuck around and find out that it's nobody.
So. Thank y'all for tuning in to this week's episode of Casa-Talk. We hope y'all enjoyed these story times. We have a lot more coming y'all's way, so until next time.
Like, follow, and subscribe.
And don't forget to share!
Yeah.